We're back for another edition of Fridays in the Field, brought to you by FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank. And as harvest wraps up across the state, we visit once again with Mark Duffek, who farms near Seward, Nebraska. Mark, thanks for being with us today.
Well, welcome, Alex.
So harvest across the state is really wrapping up. Of course, soybeans over 90% done in Nebraska, corn now reaching over 50%. Where are you at in the harvest process?
Well, we just finished up with harvest. Soybeans we completed a couple weeks ago, and then we're just finishing up with corn here in the last couple days. So I just hauled the last semi-load of corn in just this morning, so we're just wrapping up.
What did the soybean crop look like for you this year?
Soybean crop was kind of average for us. You know, it wasn't bad. You know, earlier it looked really good. You know, one of the visits that you had here, we went out in the field and man, it looked really good. Well, the dryness that we had in August kind of cut back the yield for us. So, but you know what? Our soybean yields were kind of average with, you know, the national averages. So it wasn't bad. You know, we'll take what we get and, you know, and try better for next year.
You mentioned that you're already done with corn too. What was that like this year?
That was a challenge. You know, we had the high winds in August that we had a lot of green snap, and that really cut us back on yields. Well, and then a week or so ago, we had some more high winds, and that blew over some more corn. So this whole year has been a challenge for us, but we got through it and look forward to next year.
And you kind of mentioned these last couple months have been really dry across Nebraska. As far as soil moisture, have you tested any of that in this area?
No, since we're done with harvest, I was going to go out and do some soil sampling and stuff. So that's on the agenda for this week, is to go out and get soil tests and send them in, get our lab results, and then start our fertility for next year, and then work on soil health. You know, we're always continually looking at soil health and what we can do long term to help the soils, and so we'll do some things there. So there's a lot of things to do here now that harvest is wrapped up.
As you take a look at everything that happened this year, are there any management strategies that you're planning to experiment with or change in the next year?
Yeah, I honestly think that using fungicides probably will be in the management plan for next year. I didn't use any fungicides on corn this year because I didn't want the expense. But I think as far as plant health, it probably will pay off. So I'm definitely going to look at that as far as the management for next year on the corn.
Let's look at your operation as a whole, because you teach full-time at Southeast Community College in Beatrice. So how do you manage, you know, harvesting all of your crops while also having a full-time job?
Well, Teresa helps a lot. You know, during harvest, you know, she runs the combine. I do a lot of the trucking, and we just get a lot of stuff done working as a team. We get the work done at nights and on weekends. You know, a lot of people do it. A lot of people around here have full-time jobs. And so we have to manage our full-time job with trying to get our work done here. So we work at it. We get it done.
All right,
so.
Absolutely. What else did we miss that you wanted to talk about?
I look forward to next year. I always said I want to get through this 2020 and look forward to 2021, and I'm pretty optimistic that things will be looking a little brighter. Like I said, maybe change some things management-wise, and go to, you know, work on next year. As far as at school, harvest has gone really well at school. We finished up with soybeans. We're back on corn. Of course, the winds a week and a half ago caused a lot of down corn for us there too, so we're struggling with that. But everything's dry. You know, corn's dry. Have you ever harvested corn that was 12 moisture? It's been a long time, you know. So everything is dry, and we'll get through that. And so.
Absolutely. Mark, as we round out this series, this will be the last time we talk, and we've learned a lot. And I do want to thank you for being part of this series. And I'd just like to know what your favorite part about farming is.
Actually, harvest. I really like operating the combine, and I do like harvesting the crop because we worked all year for that, you know. That's probably my favorite part.
All right, Mark Duffek joining us for the final time this season as we wrap up harvest in this part of the state. That has been another edition of Fridays in the Field, brought to you by FNBO, the Great Big Small Bank.